What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. We are on the Lone Oak Farms map again. This is going to be episode 2. The first episode, if you remember, was basically just us going over our equipment. And today we're actually going to get into harvesting. And I totally messed up and I said that this field was, or I guess these two fields were wheat, but they're not wheat. They are totally canola. Alright, here we go. Basically, I have soybeans, I think. Yeah, I have 95,000 bushels, or whatever the units is, of soybeans. So that's awesome. We're already pretty much in the clear with 28,000 just starting off. We should probably be around like 200,000, I think, after as long as we sell the soybeans at a decent time. I know we can only sell 50,000 soybeans at one time, so that might kind of be an issue, but we can always just upgrade our delivery system or our selling system. But for right now, all we have to do is basically just clear both of these fields, and then we'll have to disc them up again, plant them. I don't know what we're going to be able to plant them with because we're in... Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're going to have to do soybeans. So we're going to have to, like, basically get this field done and then pretty much immediately disc it and plant it and fertilize it all in one day, so we can get, steady growth from it whenever the next growth cycle happens. I actually really missed farming. It's been a while since I've been on here. It's been... God, I think the last video I made on Farm Sim was like August something, towards the end of August, I want to say. So our money's going to start to go down here. We're just going to hire out this worker quick. I'll zoom out a little bit. But I guess for the most part, what we can do is just get this worker going and then hop in this bad boy Billy and get him going on... Should we do the other field or should we just keep it? I feel like it'd probably go faster if we started 2 on one field, maybe going opposite directions. One going north-south, the other going east-west. The other times that I've done that, it's actually gone really well. So I think if we just do that, we should be pretty well done with this field by, I don't know. It'll probably take me at least a half an hour to clear this whole field, but you guys won't have to see all that, luckily. Unless you want to. Let me know if you guys want to see all that. But... I feel like every time I've watched someone play Farm Sim, I'm not really watching for like all the behind the scenes stuff. Okay. And I'm just going to start this one going this direction. And we'll see how far it actually gets. So both fields are like right at the beginning of being ready to harvest, which is fine. I don't think it actually matters. Like I don't think, say our field was all orange. I don't think that our yield is going to be higher because of that. I'm pretty sure the yield is the same regardless of the color of the harvest stage. But this field, you can tell I got a little lazy when I was fertilizing. The sprayer, I just hired out the sprayer and decided like the second time around to the lighter color here. I did all that with the fertilizer spreader. But I used the sprayer on the darker section here and just kind of decided, you know what, I'll hire out the worker, let him do his thing. If he doesn't get full field coverage, whatever. We're starting out with 20,000, so we're not hurting. And I'm pretty sure, we're only 75,000 in the hole for a loan. So normally on normal mode, you start out with being 100,000 in the hole. So we're actually doing a little bit better. We're doing $25,000 better, in fact. So that's awesome. I guess what we can do too is, I know a lot of people liked the what are they called, like the time lapses and everything. So I'm kind of tempted to just leave the camera angle here. Okay, sorry dudes, don't mean to interrupt here, but like I said, it's been a little while since I played Farm Sim. Totally forgot to get my auger wagon out. Now this thing holds 28,000, I want to say. It should be plenty. And actually what we could do is use... Yeah, let's not use this at all. And this'll keep the hours down on these... God, what are these? 1455s. That'll keep the hours down on these little guys. Because I haven't serviced them at all, and they're actually probably due for service. So we'll just tab over to this guy. The C70, the sounds aren't the best, but it is really quick, and it does hold a lot of grain. Okay, we'll put this guy just in the field here. Turn him off, and then I'll tab back into... Oh, no, no, no. We're already full. God dang it. Alright, so we're going to have to go unload that other combine. What are those? A 1660? Does that sound right? God, what does that say? Yeah, 1660. I thought that's what it was. I seriously have got to get better with the names on here. And then if you guys care about realism, you might want to look away, because I'm about to just go into the field here. And then it looks good from one angle, and you go up top and it kind of stops pouring for some reason. Probably just because it's a mod. I'm kind of hoping in FS19 they have better collisions with, as far as like textures go, because that doesn't look right. But it's not even gonna fill this thing up. It might do, yeah, it might do 12%, 15% maybe. More like 12. I think it holds 6,380. 6,340. Yeah, like listen to that. That does not sound good. But it does hold a lot, and it was stupid cheap. So we're just gonna keep it on the farm. We shouldn't have any issues with it other than the soundtrack. And again, I'm just gonna kind of, you know, drive through the crop. No big deal. Nothing to see here. Oh yeah, if you guys on the last video, I did the equipment sort of walkthrough, rundown, shakedown, whatever you want to call it. If you guys liked the sort of cinematic shots, I'd actually really like to do that again. I haven't edited the video yet. This is episode 2, so episode 1 and 2 still have yet to be edited. But from just like looking and rewatching the footage I have, I was actually really impressed with that. So the way I did it is I had my Xbox controller plugged in to just a USB port on my PC, but you can use them at the same time. So if you're using keyboard and mouse, if you just plug in a controller, you can pick it up and use it whenever you feel like. Like right now, I'll just pick it up, and now I can drive around using my controller. I actually prefer driving on Farm Sim with keyboard and mouse, so it's kind of whatever you want to do. Ooh, and then how do we dump? Unload is I don't remember any of this. And is that the only way you can dump on this one? That kind of sucks. It's really slow. Okay, and almost there. There we go. Alright, this thing does look really cool though. It doesn't have like reflections or anything like that in the glass, but other than that, it's pretty realistic looking. I mean, you can see like on the body and everything, it has like that matte finish to it. But I do like the wood floor in the bed. I think that looks really cool. Or in the dump. I don't know if you would call it a bed or a dump. Alright, we'll shut that off. Tab over. This guy's doing okay. He's at 21%, and this guy's at 11%. And they don't have much left to do. So I might actually take this guy off duty. And then we'll lower down the front again. Get it started back up. And I'm just going to sort of cut just the edge here. Like just this end. And we'll get them going east-west, if that is east-west. Again, I have no idea. If we look at the map, I guess that'd be a good identifier. So this is actually east-west. We're gonna have them going north-south. But I liked them going opposite directions on that field. I think that actually worked really, really well. But on this one, I want to try doing the same direction, just opposite sides of the field, maybe. Oh, and you don't even have to lower it. I forgot about that. You can just hit B and it'll start it up. Missed a little bit here. And if you guys noticed right there on the other field, what field is that? 35. I kind of missed some spots when I was planting because I just hired out the worker really quick. And those poles get in the way. These I don't know how you can tell the difference if they're telephone poles. They're probably telephone and electric. That's got to exist, right? It's 2018. And I don't need to get this very far in. I just want to get it spaced out a little bit more so we don't have the issue like we had when we were planting that field when the workers are going the opposite direction here. Also, I kind of want, so on the previous series I did, on the UMRV series, I would make anywhere from 20 to 45 minute long videos, I think. That sounds right. But my like average view on said videos was like 5 minutes tops, or for an average. So I think with that in mind, I want to try to keep this series a little shorter. Not the series itself, but just every episode I want to keep a little shorter. It'll save me time editing, and if you guys don't want to watch the whole thing, then it might make you more inclined to watch 15 minutes rather than seeing a 45-minute video and only watching 5 minutes of it. So we're going to give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, whatever. We can always do better on the next one, because there will be another series. As soon as FS19 comes out, like the day it comes out, I'm going to start trying to make a series out of it. Alright, that should do it. I don't think the helpers should have an issue going back and forth. They should have plenty of space out from these poles, and that's the only reason I did that, is I don't want them to not hit a spot on the field or get distracted and just like start over somewhere else. Oops, totally smacked a pole there. So I'll go ahead and just hire out this worker and see how far he gets. I'm definitely gonna need to unload him like immediately. All right, dudes, we just got this little tiny spot here, and then one final strip, and we are done. We'll go ahead and unload in the C70. That's the Chevy, the yellow Chevy truck. So as soon as we get this done, then we can actually go start on that field. The other 1660 has been pretty steady, actually. It's been doing that whole length of the field, and it's been performing really, really well. A lot better than I thought it would. So I just got to get the arm out here. I want so badly to get bigger, better equipped combines, because for one, the header on these, way too small. The internal capacity on them, not near as much as we need for fields this big. But for right now, I mean, this is what they gave us to start with on the map, so this is kind of what we're gonna stick with until we can actually afford something better. I want to start it right here and just see what it does, so I might actually just do that. We'll get this whole field done. I'm not going to include anything any footage from the harvest on this field, just because it's massive. If we take a look at the map here, we're on 44, which is arguably the biggest, longest, straightest field we have. Alright boys, this is it. We are finally done harvesting both the fields. It seems like this field wasn't near as fruitful, or didn't have as high as yield as the other field did, but that's probably because I didn't fertilize it as well as I should have. I have the other combine already pulled over to the fuel tank, ready to be fueled up I mean, look at how much the fuel actually dropped. I can't remember if there's something with seasons mod and fuel consumption, but it seemed like both of these combines consumed a lot more fuel than they normally do. So I'm just going to pull both of these over here really quick, and we'll get a good look at how much... There we go, and then I'll shut him off. But we'll get a good look at how much canola we actually got from both these fields. So we'll tab back over to the C70, and we'll take this over to the grain bins, get it all dumped in. We finished out with 37,000, so 74% full of 50,000 in the C70. But God, I really hope this thing isn't too loud. I might even have to get rid of it just because it is so dang loud. But we'll back up here. Go ahead and dump in there. Drive a little forward, I guess. Alright, so place your bets. What are we at? I know we're going to have more than we have in soybeans, which I kind of figured we would. Canola is a higher yielding crop than soybeans. I know that much. So we're at 110,868, which is actually not too bad. I would have liked in the close 200,000, but we'll stick with 100,000. Had I fertilized the other field, I can almost guarantee we probably would have gotten to where we wanted to be at. But that's probably actually going to do it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like, let me know, leave a comment. If there's something you want to see or something I can do to make the series more interesting, let me know. I want to apologize too. I feel like maybe this episode was a little all over the place. I kind of figured out maybe it's not a good idea if I play RuneScape while I do a time lapse, because I was way more distracted than I should have been. But again, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks, guys. Peace.